It was February 14th, 2000, Valentine's Day. But in the small town of Shelby, North Carolina, a different kind of secret was about to unfold. This is the story of Asha Degree. Asha Degree, a bright and cheerful 9-year-old, had captured the hearts of everyone who knew her. She was the apple of her parents' eyes, Harold and Aquila, and a beloved member of their tight-knit family. But on that fateful Valentine's Day, Asha's story took a dark and bewildering turn. She vanished from her home in the dead of night, leaving behind no trace of her whereabouts. The Degrees were a family built on love, faith, and hard work. Harold and Aquila had instilled in their children a strong moral compass and a deep sense of community. Their home was a haven of warmth and laughter, a place where Asha and her older brother O'Brien always felt safe and loved. But in the early hours of February 14th, 2000, their world was shattered. Aquila Degree went to wake her children for school, but Asha was gone. Panic surged through her as she searched the house frantically, her cries echoing through the empty rooms. Where could her little girl be? The family's initial disbelief quickly gave way to a chilling realization: Asha had disappeared. There was no sign of forced entry, no struggle, no ransom note. The police were called, and a massive search effort was launched. Volunteers from the community joined law enforcement officers in scouring the area surrounding the Degree home. As days turned into nights, the mystery only deepened. The Degrees clung to hope, but as time passed, the fear that something terrible had happened to their little girl grew stronger. The investigation into Asha's disappearance started with local law enforcement canvassing the neighborhood, interviewing family, friends, and anyone who might have seen something. Days turned into weeks, each one an agonizing echo of the last. The initial flurry of activity, the search parties, the media frenzy, all slowly faded, leaving behind a deafening silence. Whispers of the missing girl followed the townspeople, their conversations laced with speculation and dread. Just when the trail seemed to have gone cold, a glimmer of hope emerged. Several witnesses claimed to have seen a young girl matching Asha's description walking along Highway 18 in the early hours of February 14th. One motorist reported seeing her around 4 in the morning, her small frame swallowed by the darkness, her backpack slung over her shoulder. The witness, a truck driver, had been struck by the sight of the lone child walking along the desolate highway. This sighting breathed new life into the investigation, but as the days turned into weeks, the trail once again went cold, leaving investigators and the community to grapple with the same agonizing question: where was Asha Degree? Years turned into a decade, and still, there was no sign of Asha. The case, once a national headline, faded from the public eye, but for the Degrees, the pain remained as raw as ever. Tips and leads, some more credible than others, trickled in over the years, each one meticulously followed, only to lead to dead ends. The lack of concrete evidence, the absence of a motive, and the ever-expanding timeline all conspired to create a labyrinth of despair. The Degrees never gave up hope, their love for their daughter an unyielding force in the face of unimaginable adversity. Their story served as a stark reminder that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit has the capacity to endure. August 3rd, 2001. 18 months had passed since Asha's disappearance. Construction workers, miles away from Shelby in neighboring Burt County, stumbled upon a curious sight. A black book bag, partially buried near a construction site off Highway 18. Inside, investigators found items that sent a collective gasp through the community: a pair of Asha Degree's school books, a New Kids on the Block concert t-shirt, and a pair of pants, all confirmed to belong to the missing girl. It was a tangible link to Asha, a beacon in the darkness that had enveloped her case for what felt like an eternity. The discovery reignited hope, but also deepened the mystery. The discovery of Asha's belongings, while momentous, only deepened the mystery. How did her belongings end up buried miles away from where she was last seen? Who put them there and why? Forensic experts meticulously examined the book bag and its contents, hoping to extract any trace of DNA or fingerprints that could lead them to Asha or her abductor. The trail once again had gone cold. Theories, once relegated to hushed whispers, resurfaced with renewed vigor. Had Asha run away, seeking refuge only to meet an unfortunate end miles away from home? Or was she abducted, her belongings discarded as a cruel diversion? Investigators re-interviewed witnesses, scrutinizing their accounts for any inconsistencies or details that might have been overlooked. The case, once relegated to the cold case files, was thrust back into the spotlight. The community, once resigned to the idea that Asha might never be found themselves clinging to a renewed sense of hope. Despite the renewed efforts, the years that followed the discovery of Asha's book bag were marked by a frustrating lack of progress. The investigation, hampered by the passage of time and the absence of fresh leads, seemed to be at an impasse. Harold and Asha Degree, their faces etched with the pain of years of uncertainty, refused to give up hope. They continued to keep Asha's memory alive, organizing annual walks and vigils, their determination a testament to the enduring power of a parent's love. The mystery of Asha Degree's disappearance remained an enigma. But even in the face of such profound uncertainty, one thing remained clear: the search for Asha Degree would continue. Years drifted by like fallen leaves on a current, each one carrying with it the fading memory of a bright-eyed girl who had vanished without a trace. The case, once a constant presence in the lives of Shelby's residents, had retreated to the hushed whispers of late-night conversations. But even as the world moved on, the Degrees never wavered in their quest for answers. Harold and Asha, their hair now streaked with silver, carried the burden of their loss with quiet dignity. The passage of time brought advancements in technology and a fresh set of eyes to examine the cold case. Forensic science, once limited by the tools of the past, had taken leaps forward, offering new avenues for investigators to re-examine old evidence. DNA analysis, once in its infancy, had become a powerful tool in solving crimes, and the evidence collected from Asha's book bag was re-examined with a new sense of urgency. The case, once confined to the dusty archives of the Shelby Police Department, found a new platform in the digital age. Online forums dedicated to missing persons buzzed with renewed interest in Asha's story. In 2015, the FBI, in collaboration with local law enforcement, announced a significant development in the case. A witness had come forward with information that could potentially shed light on Asha's whereabouts. The witness claimed to have seen Asha getting into a late-model green car on the night of her disappearance. This new piece of the puzzle, while seemingly small, sent ripples of anticipation through the community and beyond. The description of the car, along with the witness's account, was meticulously scrutinized, cross-referenced with existing evidence, and pursued with renewed vigor. The witness, whose identity was kept confidential for their safety, was interviewed extensively. Despite the renewed efforts and the promising new lead, the mystery of Asha's disappearance remained unsolved. The green car, if indeed connected to the case, was never located, and the witness's account, while compelling, failed to yield any concrete answers. The annual walks and vigils continued, a testament to the Degrees' unwavering love. The search for Asha and for all those who have vanished without a trace continues. The years continued their relentless march, each one a solemn reminder of the young life stolen away on a stormy Valentine's night. The initial shockwaves of Asha's disappearance had subsided, leaving behind a deep, resonant ache in the heart of Shelby. Yet, the community's resolve to find Asha, or at the very least, to honor her memory with tireless pursuit of the truth, remained unshaken. Each year on the anniversary of her disappearance they gathered, a solemn assembly, united in grief, remembrance, and a flickering hope that refused to be extinguished. These gatherings were more than just memorials, they were affirmations of a shared commitment. They shared stories, offered support to the Degrees, and vowed to keep Asha's memory alive until the day the truth emerged from the shadows. Asha's story, though deeply rooted in the small-town reality of Shelby, possessed a haunting universality that transcended geographical boundaries. The mystery of her disappearance, the agonizing lack of answers, resonated with families across the nation who had endured similar tragedies. National media outlets, drawn to the enduring mystery and the Degree family's quiet resilience, turned their attention to Shelby. Television crews descended upon the town, their cameras capturing the raw emotion, the unwavering hope, and the quiet desperation that had become woven into the fabric of the community. True crime podcasts, with their meticulous attention to detail, and their ability to reach a vast and engaged audience, breathed new life into Asha's story. The details of her disappearance, the puzzling clues, and the tireless efforts of investigators were dissected, analyzed, and shared with millions of listeners, each one hoping to contribute to the quest for answers. Throughout the years, Harold and Aquila Degree remained steadfast in their pursuit of justice for their daughter. Their grief, though deeply personal, became a shared experience, their strength a source of inspiration for a community grappling with the unimaginable. Harold, a man of quiet faith and unwavering determination, became the voice of the family, tirelessly advocating for Asha, urging anyone with information to come forward. His pleas, often delivered with a trembling voice but unwavering conviction, reflected the depth of a father's love and the agonizing torment of not knowing. Aquila, a pillar of strength and resilience, channeled her grief into action. She became a tireless advocate for missing children, working with organizations dedicated to bringing awareness to their plight and offering support to families enduring similar nightmares. Despite the passage of time, the investigation into Asha's disappearance never truly went cold. The FBI, in collaboration with local law enforcement, continued to chase down every lead, every whisper, every fleeting possibility, treating each new piece of information as a potential lifeline in a sea of uncertainty. The digital age, for all its complexities, provided new avenues for investigators. Social media platforms, with their vast networks and ability to disseminate information rapidly, became valuable tools in soliciting tips and re-engaging the public's interest in Asha's case. Age progression technology, once the realm of science fiction, offered a glimpse into what Asha might look like as an adult. These images, though heart-wrenching for her family and the community, served as a powerful reminder that Asha was not just a face on a missing person flyer, but a real person, frozen in time, waiting to be found. The calendar turned page by page, year after year, yet the mystery of Asha Degree's disappearance remained an open wound on the soul of Shelby. The community, though accustomed to the rhythm of passing seasons, carried the weight of the unsolved case, a constant reminder that one of their own was still out there, lost in a labyrinth of unanswered questions. The investigation, though at times seemingly dormant, never truly went cold. Detectives, their faces etched with the frustration of a puzzle unsolved, clung to the belief that somewhere, buried beneath layers of time and speculation, lay the key to unlocking the truth. Every anniversary, every new lead, every technological advancement breathed fresh air into the lungs of the case, a renewed sense of urgency pulsating through the veins of the investigation. The weight of responsibility, of bringing closure to a family and a community held captive by uncertainty, was a heavy mantle worn by those tasked with finding Asha. They meticulously revisited old evidence, re-interviewed witnesses, their memories now faded with time, desperately seeking a new perspective, a detail overlooked, a thread that could lead them out of the labyrinth. As the years passed, the investigation into Asha's disappearance underwent a subtle yet significant shift. The initial focus on the immediate vicinity of her home, the woods she was last seen entering, broadened to encompass a wider geographical area. The discovery of Asha's book bag miles away from Shelby, a silent beacon in a sea of uncertainty, forced investigators to consider the possibility that she had been transported a significant distance from where she was last seen. This realization expanded the scope of the investigation, requiring a reassessment of timelines, witness accounts, and potential suspects. The possibility that Asha's disappearance was the work of someone passing through Shelby, an opportunistic predator who vanished as quickly as they arrived, cast a long shadow over the investigation. The focus shifted to truck drivers, traveling salesmen, and others whose transient lifestyles made them difficult to track, their lives a tapestry woven from fleeting encounters and ever-changing landscapes. The digital revolution, with its ever-expanding reach and ability to connect individuals across vast distances, provided investigators with a powerful new tool in their arsenal. The internet, once a nascent technology, had become an integral part of modern life, and with it came a treasure trove of data that could potentially hold the key to solving Asha's case. Social media platforms, with their vast networks and ability to disseminate information rapidly, became virtual wanted posters, sharing Asha's story with millions of users, each one a potential witness, a source of information, a digital detective hoping to contribute to the quest for answers. Online databases dedicated to missing persons, cold cases, and unsolved crimes became digital repositories of hope, connecting families of the missing with investigators, researchers, and amateur sleuths united by a common goal, to bring closure to those long forgotten by time. The digital dragnet, vast and ever-evolving, offered a glimmer of hope in the seemingly impenetrable darkness of Asha's case. Despite the passage of time, the emotional toll of Asha's disappearance weighed heavily on her family, the pain as raw and visceral as the day she vanished. Yet, amidst the grief and uncertainty, there remained a flicker of hope, a mother's intuition that whispered Asha was still out there, somewhere, waiting to be found. Asha Degree, her spirit tempered by years of heartache but unbroken, clung to the belief that her daughter was alive. She spoke of dreams, vivid and detailed, where Asha appeared to her, offering glimpses into a life lived in the shadows, a life she desperately prayed would one day be returned to the light. These dreams, dismissed by some as the cruel tricks of a grieving mind, became a source of solace for Aquila, a lifeline tethering her to the daughter she refused to believe was gone. She shared them with investigators, her voice trembling with emotion, her words imbued with the unwavering conviction of a mother's love. A love that transcended the boundaries of time, distance, and even death itself. The disappearance of Asha Degree, a chilling tale woven from equal parts hope and heartbreak, stands as a stark reminder of the enduring power of mystery. Despite the passage of time, the tireless efforts of law enforcement, and the unwavering love of a family and community, the question that has haunted Shelby for over 2 decades remains unanswered. What happened to Asha? The pieces of the puzzle, though meticulously gathered and examined, refuse to form a coherent picture. The sightings along Highway 18, the discovery of Asha's belongings miles from home, the whispers of a green car disappearing into the night, all tantalizing clues, yet none leading to a definitive answer. The tapestry of Asha's story, rich in detail yet frustratingly incomplete, leaves us grappling with a void, a space where certainty should reside but instead echoes with the deafening silence of the unknown. Theories abound, each offering a plausible explanation, yet none fully satisfying the yearning for resolution. Did Asha leave voluntarily, lured away by something unseen, her young mind captivated by a narrative only she could perceive? Or was she the victim of foul play, her disappearance orchestrated by a predator lurking in the shadows, their motives as elusive as their identity? The weight of these unanswered questions, a heavy shroud of speculation and doubt, continues to hang over Shelby, a constant reminder of the fragility of innocence and the enduring power of mystery. The silence surrounding Asha's disappearance is a deafening chorus, a cacophony of what-ifs and might-have-beens. It echoes in the empty swing set swaying gently in the breeze, a haunting reminder of a childhood abruptly cut short. It reverberates through the halls of Shelby Elementary School, where Asha's laughter once filled the corridors, now a poignant echo in the memories of those who knew her. The silence is most profound in the home where Asha was last seen, where the walls still whisper her name, where every family photograph, every cherished belonging, serves as a poignant reminder of a life lived in full color, now faded to sepia tones of remembrance. Yet even in the silence, there is a resilience, a refusal to surrender to despair. The Degree family, their spirits tempered by years of unimaginable grief, continue to hold on to hope, their love for Asha an unyielding flame burning bright amidst the encroaching darkness of uncertainty. The community of Shelby, bound by shared sorrow and a fierce determination to honor Asha's memory, refuses to let her story fade into obscurity. They gather annually, their numbers a testament to the enduring impact of her disappearance, sharing stories, offering support to the Degrees, and vowing to keep Asha's memory alive until the day the truth emerges from the shadows. Their unwavering commitment is a beacon of hope, a testament to the enduring power of community in the face of unimaginable tragedy. Asha Degree's legacy extends far beyond the borders of Shelby, her story resonating with families across the nation who have endured the agonizing ordeal of a missing child. She's become a symbol of innocence lost, of the vulnerability of children, and the importance of vigilance in a world where danger often lurks in the shadows. Her case serves as a stark reminder to cherish every moment with loved ones, to never take for granted the precious gift of time, and to hold on to hope even in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. The tireless efforts of law enforcement, the unwavering dedication of those who refuse to let her memory fade, and the enduring love of her family and community all stand as a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity, a spirit that refuses to surrender to despair even in the face of profound loss. Though the mystery of Asha Degree's disappearance may never be fully solved, her story continues to inspire, to challenge, and to remind us that even in the darkest of times, hope endures. The search for answers continues, fueled by the unwavering belief that one day the truth will be revealed, and Asha will finally find her way home. If you found Asha's story moving, please leave a comment, and share this video to keep her memory alive and spread awareness. Your support can make a difference. Thank you for watching.